Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today you join me again for some more daily races. If you have watched my last video, the M6 Sprint livery, I am using that livery in this race, as you'll see in a minute. So we're kicking off with the first one, the P13th. I haven't had time to put a lap down on this. It is only one lap, there is no pitting or anything like that. This is an insane track. I absolutely love this track. I have played this before on Forza Motorsport and different variants of the track and little bits here and there, but this is the full ring, so we are gonna go off in a minute. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I said in the last video about the teammate stuff. But here we go. I've got a couple of races of this which we are going to be looking at. At time of filming I am behind, so this has been filmed on the new daily races in terms of my voiceover, but the actual race itself was last week. So horrible little turn there. This first race I'm just literally trying to get to grips with it and get to have basically a fly around, see where I should be braking, what everyone else is doing, and as you can see, people sending it already. So yeah, please enjoy this video. It is an absolutely crazy track, as you'll see. I've included everything in it, guys. I've put all the good, the bad. I'm a little bit slow as it's my first time round, but as you'll see, there's people spinning off all over the place. And we will get into it. So I know I briefly went on it on the livery video last time. I was telling you about how I've signed up. I just want to tell you a little bit more about that and how it works and stuff. So SimGrid is a website you can go on, which basically, from what I can tell, hosts multiple online races, whether it be Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa. I think there's a new game, LMU, come out. I think it does that. iRacing, all of them. So I was browsing through. I actually heard one of the people, Rory Alexander, EBS, if you know him. I love him, I watch him all the time. He's my inspiration. I was watching one of his videos and he was on about the SimGrid and how you can sign up to his 200 laps endurance races. And that's why I came to know SimGrid. I will just mention on this bit, this guy in front has his hazards on, coming around very cautiously, then watch what he does. Instantly tries to take me out, which I just don't get. And then pushes himself ahead, clips me and pushes himself ahead, and then in a minute quits, as you'll see. So yeah, sorry, that was my dog. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying. So I've been watching Rory's races. I watched one of his events where he does the 200 lappers, and he was on about SimGrid, so I checked out SimGrid. I ended up joining a Discord and basically got talking to the guys on there. There is a GT7 championship coming up through them. I think there is 14 cars in total. You have to have a teammate and you have to run the same car and the same livery each race, which I'll get into in a minute. So yeah, we are looking at starting, I think it's the 15th of November is the first one, and here he is, look, watch, quits, absolute, you know. Anyway, we start in November. I have managed to get a teammate. We've been chatting through Discord. We both agreed. I initially had the Porsche 911 RSR down as my choice of car, but they wanted to go with the M6, hence why the M6 now looks like this, and I am testing it on these tracks. There's 10 races in total throughout the championship. I believe that they give you so many that you can back. I think it's 2 that you can back out from, so for any personal reasons you can't do the races, etc. Anything after that you will get points deducted. but I'm hoping to do all 10. It's the first time I think they've done it as well. It is now currently full. All the drivers are set up, all the teams are set up. On chatting with my teammate, we came up with the idea of, with racing in a BM, of M Sport Racing. So that's why on the end of the last video, my windscreen banner and the spoiler now read M Sport Racing. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. It'll be something new. I believe the first one is Monza, the first race, but I will obviously be putting some practice in beforehand. I will be videoing all of the races and showing you on the channel, no matter how good or bad that I do. You will see everything. And yeah, you know, I'm excited to actually be a part of, not just jumping in with randomers on daily races. There's going to be a meaning to it because it is a championship. I think the point system is 15 points for first. I think it's 12 for second, and it works all the way down. I think even in last place you get 1 point or something like that. But I will try and put a video up about it before it starts, about what races we're doing, the tracks. I'll show you an indication of all the tracks, and have a look at the car a bit more in depth, and some of the practice stuff that I do. So they will be coming to the channel. As I said, it's exciting, it's new, it's all new for me. I'm really looking forward to it. I think there's a lot of skilled drivers out there, but they haven't put any precedents on about what rating you need to be, so I'm currently in Group D driver rating. D, it's extremely hard to try and build that up. As you'll see in the next video at Brands Hatch, I've practiced on that for the daily races, and we do get a surprisingly good result, which I won't say anymore. You can watch that in the next video. But yeah, I've practiced, so I want to include all that sort of stuff in. I'm trying to keep these videos at relative length, but include everything I need to. So that's the end of race 1. We went up 1 position. Throw up our thanks for the races we do, and straight into the next one. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be good. I think it's currently going to be, I think it's Sunday. I'm in the UK, so it's Sunday night at 9 o'clock. So yeah, it's going to be great. I think they've done a poll at the minute for who wants to do. I think they're going to make some number plates up, and you're going to have Pro or AM on AM on your back. For any of you that don't know, Pro is for someone that's done this before. AM or AM is for amateur. So I'm going to be running AM because I am new to all of this. But they're also doing a poll as well for the, I think it's the BOP, which is like the restrictions, to what sort of we can have and can't have. I think at the minute we're going to be able to adjust suspension, and I think that's it at the minute. But that's obviously still ongoing. The race doesn't actually first one start, as I say, to the 15th of November. So yeah, it's going to be great. Let's kick off now on lap 2. I'm going to try on this one have a bit more of a solid race. I do find this corner now coming up absolutely mental because it's so easy to go off, and everyone is just everywhere. You feel like, you know, it's like claustrophobic with cars, but just get through it and let's go. Someone spun out there. Porsche's almost off. As I said, guys, and I've said it many a time, I'm not picking fault with people. I have made mistakes, you will see in the videos. I think in the RSR one, when I knocked Shiraji off there, I came in a bit too hot, didn't brake, threw myself out. It's dropped us 14th. Can't actually remember now what I was start with, but we don't give up, we carry on. I find this track absolutely bizarre. I mean, it must be absolutely epic to actually go and have a, you know, race on. Scary. So I know this is the Nürburgring, but Nürburg, I've heard it called that many different things, I don't actually know what you say. But I believe it is also known as the NORD, because it is to do with it being the North Loop. Hence the title. I find this stretch absolutely mental. The road is so narrow. So many twists and turns. It's such an epic race, such an epic track. And I found as I was driving that I was starting to pick it up. I was sort of anticipating where them corners are, where your straights are. I know we have the map, but it's not very detailed on a track this big. And you can't keep looking at the radar. I keep looking at it for the cars, but I can't keep an eye on it for, you know, it's on top of you on the radar. Can't see what's sort of coming up. As well as mental people doing like that, what the Lexus tried to do behind me. But I did feel like I was a little bit faster this time round on this second go. Trying to, you know, play fair, not knock anyone off, although I get knocked off all the time. Someone's off there. Luckily I had already gone round the GTR before we hit the yellows, or else I'd have probably got a penalty, which is possibly what the Porsche got one for, unless he was the cause of the accident. I'm now wary that these pair are battling. This bend here, it's anticipation as you look at the Porsche, goes straight off, goes to ghosted, and then absolutely spins off, don't even know what was going on there, but we carry on. Such beautiful sound in all the gear changes and everything. Must be insane in an actual race car hearing that. So yeah, the upcoming video, guys, I've got a Subaru there into the wall, and again, and then takes me, you know, starts pushing me out the way. Yeah, the next video we've got coming up is Brands Hatch. That was the daily race C of last week. It was along with the NORD. Try and get past the Subaru. I'm pretty sure he knocks me off in a minute. We are, if you look at the radar, I was just ahead then. Now he's just ahead, we're sort of level. He hits me, and I just put too much power down there. I don't necessarily think that was his fault, but I just spun. So back to 14th. Try and get some grip in these tyres, as you can see I'm spinning out. Let the BM past, and away we go. So yeah, Brands Hatch, as you'll see from the video, guys, I raced that many times. I got some surprising results, one of which I am very proud of, because I did put the effort in to learn the track, when to brake, when to gear change, and you'll see that in the next video. But I am enjoying having the time to learn the track, to figure out where I need to be, what I need to be doing, when I need to be braking, my gearing. And it does seem to be paying off. But, a nice little dip there in the road that carries you around, sweeps you around on the second gear. Again, this is all me experimenting, guys. I'm pushing there from the last race. I was giving it some beans, coming around that corner, not expecting to just come off. And we're back in last. But we carry on. Just playing catch up now. Gotta be extremely careful. We've got crap on the wheels, which doesn't help. I've noticed when you come off, it's almost stuck to your tyres still, so you hit the road and you start spinning everywhere, and it takes a few minutes. There's the Audi, sorry. Thought that was the Subaru. And we're heading not far away from the straight now. So I've just jumped to the straight, guys, because nothing really happened. We're now 13th, a couple of cars had spun out. We need to follow this GTR across the line, and that gets us P13, which, again, second race on the ring, and I think a lot to learn, but could be a whole lot worse. So now we jump into the next one. Straight into the race, guys. So this one we are P12. Got the radar on. When I did this one, the third race, I almost felt a little bit like nervous, a little bit like I'm gonna give it some beans this time. I'm gonna think as I'm driving where them corners at. Just try and recognise where I am on the track. We jump straight into a slipstream. Seems to be a lot faster of a car than that Renault. Braking. Someone span off there. And then that is my fault. I pushed the Beetle. But don't get a penalty, which I thought was odd because he lost a few places and it wasn't like I could give him the place back. But no penalty, so whether it was seen as not my fault, I don't know. I just saw the Beetle coming around the front of me and it was too late. So I know this bend we're coming up to now, if you overshoot this, you are off. And knowing from, I did this before Brands Hatch, but knowing from Brands Hatch, when you come off in the gravel, it's almost impossible to get back on without spinning all over the show. Again, I'm not taking any prisoners. I did get rear-ended there into the back of the BMW by the Beetle, which is understandable. He probably sees it as I've took him out. So now I've got the Beetle behind me. And we're going to be joining the ring in a minute. I think he goes for me there, but doesn't quite make contact. And I can anticipate around this corner that he's gunning for me. And I'm trying to watch all the mirrors. I'm trying to get where I need to be in road position. And then I thought, hang on, he's coming up the outside of me, inside of me, sorry. And then he does that. Ruins his race and the BM in front, and I shoot straight through into 6th. We are good to go. Start absolutely pounding it around this track now. As soon as we hit these streets, we can just go. It's absolutely mental, this track is. And I don't know about you guys, I mean, let me know in the comments. Watching it back doesn't feel half as quick as it does when I'm playing it. So, as you know, I'm not using the wheel, I'm using the controller. It must be mental with a wheel. But sitting there in front of it and doing it and trying to do the gears, and because I've got the manual transmission, the Audi hit me there and sent me off, putting me down to 7th. Don't think he even got a penalty for that. But yeah, we carry on. But yeah, on the screen, you know, when I'm racing, I'm playing the game, it feels so much quicker. But what I've found myself doing, especially like watching this video back now, is that bend. It's always that bend. I tend to find myself now watching back thinking, like then, I know where that bend is. I know I need to look out for that. It's amazing what you learn. So it's still P7. I've just jumped a little bit forward, guys, because the video would be monstrous. Little spin out there. We are chasing the Audi that knocked us off. Coming out with a little loop. Can't gauge at the minute whether I'm putting the correct pressure down or, you know, I'm especially in the BM, but put too much throttle, I don't want to spin. I'm trying to make sure I'm braking right, as well as changing the gears. It's absolutely mental, but I found the more I've played it since I started the first few videos where we did used the Mazda and we used the Megane. I feel like I'm definitely getting better since I've changed to the manual gearing. I think I can anticipate wanting to change gear and getting into a higher gear to come out so that the traction is off, but it sort of holds us on the road rather than just too much power and it spinning us because there is no traction. A little bit of naughtiness going on between these two. I wasn't too sure whether one of them was going to spin, so I ended up getting up the curve myself. Still P7. Actual jump now. The GTR was off, so it's brought us to 6th. And now I'm thinking, right, let's go. I'm starting to learn where these corners are. I know where my straights are. I need to put my foot down. If I want to hold anything like a decent result, I need to try and keep it clean, keep with the car in front, just to use that bit of slipstream, as well as watch the people behind. I don't want to get dive bombed on corners or rear-ended and spun out. So I think I have the jump on this guy. Didn't want to move, but he attempted to come over in front of me there. Don't really know what the Audi was doing. That put us in 5th. But this Citroen, keep an eye on this Citroen in a minute. Now he's relatively neck and neck. I have gone past him here. Whereas we come round the bend, he seems to waver on the radar, then he comes behind me to get the slip. Now I'm braking because of the bend. What is he doing? He's just gone. He has sent it. That puts us 4th. Let's get there. And we can bomb out of there. Straight through the finish. 4th place. I am more than happy with that. I know there's a lot of spin-offs and stuff, but you race your own race, and this is where we get. So there we are. And there we go. 4th, 8 places raised, which I think is really good for the Nürburgring. I do love that track, and I hope it comes back around soon. So yes, guys, that is the video. I'm going to just throw up that was a good race. Please remember to like and subscribe. Look out for the next videos, guys. I do have the Brands Hatch coming up almost straight after this one, a couple of days maybe. Where I'll talk to you about the driver rating a bit more then. So thanks for watching, guys.